Hi, I'm Kim Borcherding, Realtor here in Oregon, and welcome to my channel where I talk about all things real estate related. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 things you don't want to do when selling your home. Number 1 is simply overpricing your house. Yes, guys, it's never a good idea to overprice your house in any market, but particularly this market. We're in an unpredictable time with the real estate market. And if you really intend on selling your home, the best thing to do is simply price it fairly. Because if you overprice your house, what happens is you won't get any showings. You will be sitting on the market, people will stop paying attention, and the only way you can regain traction is simply to do a price reduction. And that's not a small price reduction. Generally, it's a pretty big price reduction on the home to generate new interest. And the more days on market you have on your home, generally the lower the offers are. Now, how to price your home fairly. Simply work with a realtor that you really trust. There's a few different strategies that I use when pricing my homes. Mostly, I really pay attention to that local market of that listing I'm going to be selling. So if it's a condo in the Pearl, if it's a bungalow in Southeast Portland, if it's new construction in South Waterfront, it really simply depends on the property type. So really paying attention to that product type. And for me, I actually don't finalize pricing till a few days before we go on the market because I'm paying attention to the most current comps that have gone on the market this past weekend. I follow up with the agents who listed those. I want to know how many showings did they have, how many offers did they have, what did the offers look like. I want to know simply how much demand there was in the market just a few days ago for that similar house type. And then that information helps me advise my clients in making the price recommendation on their home. So don't overprice your house, guys. Price it fairly if you really want the best result. Number 2 is simply not taking the time to prep your house. Guys, it's super important to take the time to make sure your house looks great online. I always tell my clients that you want to be the best looking house on the market that week. So think of it, how it's going to look on Instagram or Pinterest, really making it look very attractive online. Now, how do you do that? Your realtor should advise you on how to do that. Like you're probably not an interior designer and you really don't know how to make it look great online. So your realtor should be advising, and that's part of my services when I list properties. I actually help oversee I call it the fluff and buff of my listings to make sure they look great online. But part of that often is staging, lighting, repainting the house so it looks really fresh and bright. So making sure your house looks great online is important. So that also includes stage. There's a few ways we do that. Sometimes if the house is occupied, I'll have my stagers come in and simply consult with my sellers and how we make their house look really attractive with their furniture. Sometimes we're just using all their things, but often we're adding pillows or plants or other details to really enhance the house. Other times we're doing a full stage. So if the house is empty or my clients are moving out, we'll fully stage the home, and that makes a tremendous difference. Now, I have access to the best stagers in the area, and depending on the demographic of the likely buyer for that property is actually who I use for stager. If I think the buyer is likely going to be an older couple, I might choose a different stager who has furnishings that will be more attractive to that buyer. Versus if this home is likely a starter home, then I'm going to have the stager stage it in a way that's really attractive to first-time home buyers and what's on trend for them right now. And then my 3 tip is simply making the house available for showings and open houses. So you want to be as flexible as possible when you are showing your home. I often recommend that my clients, if they're living in it, to be gone the first week because I want to have open houses Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to have on broker tour on Tuesday. I ask them to be really flexible with notice because sometimes you'll get a call that somebody wants to see the house in an hour, which can be difficult for a seller. So really having the house available to show at a moment's notice is really important. In addition, if my clients have the flexibility to move out, that's sometimes even better. Particularly if it's a house I think will sell very quickly, I advise my clients simply, let's move out, let's stage the whole thing, and then I can get as many people through for showings and open houses. Really being flexible in the access to your house. So that's my best guidance, what not to do when selling your home. If you have any specific questions about your scenario, you feel free to reach out to me. You can find my contact information in the description. And be sure to subscribe to my channel to be notified of future episodes.